Veena.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, Maria. Yes.
The true entrepreneur is a doer, not a dreamer. A pleasant morning to everyone. On behalf of Faculty of Education and IIC, Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, we express our sincere gratitude to our Honorable President and all the executives for giving this opportunity to jointly organize the webinar on entrepreneurship in education by practice ventures. It's our pleasure to welcome with gratitude Dr. Rama Vaidyanathan, Director, Research and Development, Coordinator of Dr. MGR DST, NewGen IEDC, President of MGR IIC. We extend our warm welcome to Dr. S. Manivannan, Vice President, MGR IIC and Dean, Phase 2 Campus, and Dr. N. S. Subhashri, Convener, MGR IIC and Dean, Engineering and Science. With tremendous pleasure, we welcome our chief guest, Dr. J. Arun Kumar, NewGen IEDC Faculty Coordinator, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, COE in Innovation and Entrepreneurship. A hearty welcome to you, sir. It's my pleasant duty to welcome our principal, faculty members, and our beloved students for this orientation program on National Innovation and Startup Policy. Once again, a gracious welcome to one and all present here. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria, for your harmonious welcome. Now I invite Mrs. Vigneshwari to introduce the chief guest of today's session.
Thank you, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Vigneshwari.
It's a great pleasure of us to invite Dr. J. Arun Kumar, NewGen IEDC Faculty Coordinator, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, COE in Innovation and Entrepreneurship, with a core competence of environmental bioremediation, worked on biodegradation of azo-dyes, coir, and synthetic polymers using microbes. He is an entrepreneurship educator trained by NEN, Institute Innovation Ambassador by MHRD. Is trained as a pre-incubation and incubation specialist and ambassador for institution by MHRD. And with the skills developed on entrepreneurship educator, Wipro Mission 10X, DST, NewGen IEDC, project faculty coordinator in Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Center of Excellence in Innovation and Entrepreneurship, and trained for scientific writing, IPR productization and research ethics through international workshop by Center of Biotechnology, Anna University, and trained for filling PCT by IPR office, seminars on World Intellectual Property Organization services. To add a feather on his cap, the achievements are enormous. He has been selected as MHRD as a mentor for Samadhan 2020, an online hackathon, and as NEN coordinator. He has won NEN South Runner-Up Award 2014, NEN Innovation Award 2016, NEN Runner Award 2016. And also he has awarded 4-star rating for Dr. MGR IIC coordinator in the year 2019, mentored for SIH Harvard edition, and awarded as icon of the department in 2016, and special invitee for CII conferences. He has published 9 papers with 12 years of teaching experience. Thank you for having such a knowledgeable person amidst us today. Thank you, and the session is yours, sir.
Okay. So, a very good morning to the audience. Today, we are going to talk about the important aspects of, how to practice the entrepreneurship and what is about practice venture and NISP. First of all, I thank our Geeta ma'am for opportunity given to explain these concepts to students and faculties. It would be really an eye-opening session for you, like if you have been interested in the entrepreneurship. See, entrepreneurship is not all about business, that we have to clear about. Okay, it's not about business. It's about the entrepreneurial skill set that one has to acquire. Even for when you want to go to an interview, like you should possess an entrepreneurship skill sets. It's all about, pitching. It's all about risk taking. It's all about passion. In all the education aspects, definitely entrepreneurial skill sets are there embedded within it. So before going to the topic, I really thank our director R&D ma'am to always motivate faculties and students towards innovation and entrepreneurship. So let me present my slide, and then I'll go to the topic. Is my screen visible to you? Anyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Today we are going to listen about the two key aspects. One is all about the how far in education entrepreneurship is important. And in education, when we talk about entrepreneurship, it's not like theoretically we have to learn entrepreneurship. There are, of course, theoretical aspects of entrepreneurship, but what are all the practical aspects are there and how to achieve it? Okay, if you want to start a venture. And in that category, we are going to see about what are the key aspects of how to practice the practice ventures. And in the second half of the PPT, we are going to look about the NISP, that is the National Innovation and Startup Policy for students and faculty. This is really important because in near future, everything gonna depend upon the innovation, startup, and creativity, critical thinking, like that. All kind of industries or all kind of research, everything will be focused on these aspects. Okay, so when it comes to creativity and innovation and startup, first you have to understand the basic principles of entrepreneurship, and then about the policies and about the ecosystem that what we are in right now. Dr. MGR Educational and Research Institute, how far we are supporting the innovation and entrepreneurship, you have to know. Everybody has to know, like, how much importance we are giving to innovation and entrepreneurship. And this ecosystem does not complete without students. So as a student, you have to know, and as a faculty also, everybody has to know. So let us go to the PPT. And in the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam said, like, in a quote, that in the present context, the education system has to be designed to see that we generate a large number of employment generators, not employment seekers. This is how we have just compressed and then make it as our college motto, that we should be job creators, not job seekers. So in that case, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam clearly mentioned that how far his vision has been stated according to the entrepreneurship. And it's not merely he stopped with the general code. Okay, it's not a mere code. Abdul Kalam is not that kind of person. So he gave a clear roadmap to achieve the goal. So the first one to that is the education system should prepare the students to get oriented towards setting up the enterprises which will provide them creativity, freedom, and ability to generate wealth. Okay, this is the first point he said. And according to us, according to the Kalam's vision, in the first point of the roadmap of creating innovation and entrepreneurship, we are proudly say that we are among the top 25 institutions in all over India to rank in the Atal ranking of institution and innovation achievements. Okay, particularly on innovation, entrepreneurship, and IPR patents. And the second add-on to that is we got recently 4.5 star in MHRD's Institution Innovation Council achievements, that we are just promoting an innovation related events. And then Smart India, we have participated in the Smart India Hackathon, we have participated in the Samadhan online hackathon, we have participated in the Atmanirbhar Bharat, lot of activities related to Institution Innovation Council, that is MIC, MHRD's Innovation Council, self-driven activities, and then MIC driven activities. Lot of whatever the activity that they are giving to us, we are doing very good into that. And of course, we need in near future, we do need some support from you, as you have to participate in such events, and then we have to send the report. And next one is seed funding for the startups. So he said clearly, like, you have to start, in the first point of roadmap, Kalam said, like, setting up an enterprises, definitely you need a seed fund for it. We have Dr. MGR, DST, NewGen, IEDC to practice your venture. Okay, so that means we have a seed fund of 2.5 lakhs. When you have a worthy idea, that means the problem that you think that it is worth solving, then we have a seed funding for you. Okay, so in that case, we also ready for that. And the next one is how far we are supporting the kind of entrepreneurial venture. If you want to start, definitely we need a patent support. I hope everybody is aware of patent, right? The forms of patent, like copyright, trademark, trade secret, geographic indications. All these things you can able to file it as a student and as a faculty. I'm giving you this statement, like you can note down the faculty name. She is in the main campus, Dr. Anandi, patent in charge. She is from ECE department. Ma'am is just a guide. Ma'am will guide you to the C intelligence, like a patent attorney, where they will help you for drafting the patent. When you have an idea and when you have a complete specification of what is what about the design and other thing, definitely you can patent it for free. Okay, university helps in the funding support. So that is one thing like we are doing right now. So if you have any idea of patenting, definitely you can contact Anandi ma'am. So we are providing the facilitating system for IPR, intellectual property right, that you as a student and faculty, everybody has to know. And then we are promoting entrepreneurial education through the trained faculty of AKCU, not only from Abdul Kalam Center of Excellence. We also have in each and every department, we have trained faculties related to entrepreneurial education. We will guide you, like there are certain aspects before entering to the practice venture that I'll tell you in the next forthcoming slides. But still, so entrepreneurship education, we have an entrepreneurship educators trained by Vadvani Foundation, so National Entrepreneurship Network. We will guide you through about what are the key aspects of design thinking, what are the key aspects of value proposition, and how to do business canvas, and how to screen your ideas, and then how to pitch in the sense how to present your idea to someone who wants to who will fund your project. Okay, that kind of thing. So we have an entrepreneurship educators, trained educators, and then yeah, this is called the system. This is a compressed slide of what I have presented before. So this is called an education system. We already, our university is already in the top 25, and we got 4.5 star. We got seed funding of startup through the NewGen IEDC, and we have IPR facilitating cell by our university, where they will guide you to file a patent and to publish a patent and to get a grant. Okay, up to that level they will guide you. And then next one is we have trained entrepreneurship educators, okay, through the center. And this is definitely a kind of a self-sufficient system, to nurture the students to get oriented towards setting up an enterprises. So you have to believe in your mind. If you don't have confidence also, don't worry about it. You have to acquire the basic skill set that one should possess, when you come towards entrepreneurship. Okay, that definitely we will provide you. So the next roadmap for to achieve the Kalam's thing is the banking system, the venture capital, AI funding, and then even in our case, I said we already provide the seed fund of 2.5 lakhs for your idea, for your best idea to solve the problem worth solving. Okay, so in that case, now the next level of funding, like the venture capital fund, or the angel investors fund, and then Nidhi Paryas fund. There are a lot of other next fund is there. Okay, and should provide the venture capital to graduates who have aptitude and keenness to create their own new enterprises. This is the Kalam's second roadmap towards an enterprises, a venture. So for that, definitely you need two things to be clear. One is the pitching and documentation. So pitching and documentation is, if you practice these things, okay, documentation and pitching does not come in overnight process. It's kind of thing you have to practice day by day, and definitely at the end of practicing, you will be an expert in pitching. You will be an expert in documentation. So when you do this thing successfully, then you can have this entrepreneurial thought process. That means any kind of questions that VC or angel investors or bankers or a higher level committee like Nidhi Prayas, if they are asking, then you should be ready to answer. That is called a best entrepreneurial thought process. So pitching, in the sense, it starts from 30 minutes to 3 minutes. That means if you have an idea to solve a particular problem, and then you want to commercialize it, you want to explain it to someone, you should be ready to discuss with them for 30 minutes, at the same time for 3 minutes. That means you have to reduce the context of the problem statement to a 3-minute content. That is very less. Okay, to some extent you should be ready for 30 seconds also. So that is really important. That will come in practice. It won't come in overnight. Pitching, in the sense, you have to explain, like, what this is a problem statement, this is a solution. If this comes into market, how much of profit you will earn in 5 years, how much you will earn selling the units or services, that you have to think about. And next one is patent. Like I said already, that the banking system, why I've included patent, because in between the banking systems and venture capital, AI funding, and Nidhi Prayas executives, they all will be very keen that if you have a patent filed on your idea, then they will think that it is worth it. So you've spent enough time in documentation, you filed a patent, your application is published, or your application is in examination state or in grant stage, then definitely they will fund for you, because they will think, like, patent is all about novelty, inventiveness, and an inventive step. Okay, these are the 3 aspects: novelty, utility, and inventive step. Okay, these are the 3 main aspects of patent. So in that case, definitely they will believe you. And next one is, well, documentation file already speaks. Like, when you give some of the documentation for your funding agency, then it starts from the funding, how much fund you need, what all the resources need, what all the manpower you have, what is the effective team that you have, what is an idea is all about, and what about the land cost, machinery cost, all these things. If you make it a well documented file, then no doubt should arise. Like when the funding agency just scroll down your file, automatically they have to understand, okay, this file definitely speaks and no doubt is all about. Okay, then that kind of documentation is what we are expecting. Okay, and the third one, roadmap of Kalam's vision, is entrepreneurs have to produce competitive products for becoming successful in their missions. We have lot of list of competitive products there which is available in market, but in future it will be mostly like an innovative things, products will rule the world. Okay, and novelty, I'm talking about some of the funny, not funny, like some of the really novel ideas of creating products. I'll just show you, so that you will understand why Kalam's vision is really meant for this competitive edge, okay, to go to the successful mission. One is competitive, one of the competitive edge is innovative, and the other competitive edge is even design thinking. Okay, just go through this. This is a clock that it has been designed by a person. You can draw every day some of the, like, a to-do list or something like that, you can place it over there. So this kind of innovative clocks, and there's a kind of tea diffuser. So how it look like, it looks like a shot when you add the tea in, put it in the cup. And look at this kind of multi-functional. We all will buy this multi-ports pins, right? But it has been embedded in the wall itself. And this kind of, we all know about this bean bag, similar kind of inventions. Look how innovative the night lamp is, study lamp, night lamp. And then look how a stool can be designed in a productive way that we can store books in between it. Look about the clocks, Okay, how innovatively they have designed. Swiss knife, we all know about Swiss knife. This is a unique knife which has all the functions. So, and some of the charging facilities, you can charge, you can hang it in rope, okay. And a paste squeezer in a brush. And this is a kind of turbines which has been kept in tunnels. Whenever the bus or a train passed, then immediately it will generate electricity. This is a kind of innovation. H2O of fabric, like we all know that water resistant fabric, but how, when it has been launched initially, it is a kind of drastic innovation. It's a breakthrough innovation. Everybody loved it. And at the same time, it has a purpose. One is, one of the purposes we can wear it for office purpose. Another one is you can use it in army also. And there is a company which launches this Lumex based bags, luminescence, which emits lights. Okay. It will be really good for many aspects. It will be unique and innovation. And this kind of, during this pandemic, you know, they have designed a handle where the handle, when it is not used, immediately UV lamp will be switched on and it will sterilize the handle by itself. This is called self-sufficient. Without any human intervention, automatically the handle sterilizes. And this kind of a bio lamp, where it generates electricity, at the same time it utilizes the carbon dioxide and emits oxygen. So that's kind of thing. And everybody think that innovation begins with an idea. When it comes to idea, then they will think that it's an innovation, but that is absolutely wrong. So innovation is activity which begins with the problem statement, okay, and then leads to the opportunity when you investigate and learn about a lot about customers, and finally you have a context, a set of viable ideas to solve a problem practically. This is really important. Everything, if you sit in a room comfortably and if you have a notepad and pen with you, you are writing the problem statement, you are writing the solution, and that is not innovation at all. That means you have to get the problem statement from the customers, okay, outside, get out of the building. That means in NEN we have something called GOOTB, that is GOOTB, that is get out of the building. So you have to get out of the building and then note down what is the problem statement which is available, and you have to think in customer's point of view, and then you have to educate yourself in value proportion fit. In forthcoming slides I'll show you. So then practically you have to do give a solution. So this is really important. So in that case we come to practice venture. Now, why to practice venture? What is the importance of it? I already shown you, I think this is a slide. Every meeting I'll show this slide. This is innovation index. In an innovation index, country's innovation index, see, our rank is about in 52, and I think we have jumped into the top 50 now. But still, just think it of in compared to China, we are really lagging a lot. So in which way we are lagging? Because products, we didn't have enough products, we didn't have enough process, we didn't have enough services. That is an end product of all the innovation. But instead, in the inputs we have we have staff ratio, a good staff ratio, and then knowledge, idea generation potential with students, and decision making, and in road mapping, in foreseeing things. All these things Indians are really good. But in case of creative outputs, we are lagging a lot. So in this case, definitely if you start practice venture, we can able to successfully bring India to the top 10 list within few years of time. Okay, so what is practice venture? Now in the previous slide we saw why to practice venture, because in innovation index and other thing we are really low in stepping down with the product, finish the product and start your own venture. We are really low in it, in a creative outputs. But what is practice venture in the sense? Practice venture, if you type it in Google, you'll get this answer. A business enterprise or a speculation in which something is risked in the hope of profit with a commercial success. You want to start a business in which something is risked. Now, the big question mark is, I just served and find out, like, based on the Wadhwani model and all the aspects, what is that something? That something is a calculated risk through the basic entrepreneurial education. That is really important. The basic awareness and basic knowledge about entrepreneurial education, which includes, effectuation principle, customer discovery, validation through value proposition fit, and business canvas, and basics about money. So if you know about this something, definitely you will, your practice venture will lead to commercial success. That we can guarantee. So generally, in effectuation principle, this will take a lot of time. I'll just make a overlay of it, like what is the effectuation principle and the basics of it. Okay, so we have 5 basic principles: bird in hand, and then affordable loss, crazy quilt, lemonade, pilot in the plane. So what is bird in hand in the sense? When you want to start a business, practice venture, you should not wait for something like, they have to give seed fund, and because of that I didn't do it, and or the other organization does not provide me fund. It's not like that. Bird in hand in the sense, whatever you have it in your hand, start with it. It includes your money and your knowledge, whom you know, how you know, what are the list of persons you know to achieve your venture. So bird in hand is the first principle. And the second one is affordable loss. Everybody knows it, right? Everybody will say a proverb that don't put all eggs in one basket. Okay, so that fits in affordable loss. So affordable loss, how much you can afford, that much you have to invest in. And the third one is crazy quilt. Crazy quilt is all about the team and their connectivity, networking, and then with the team, effective team. The one person's gap should be filled by other person. So that comes in crazy quilt. And fourth is lemonade. Lemonade is a beautiful principle. Like, I'll always give an example of 3M product. Anybody know about, like, what is the full form of 3M? 3M. We are wearing 3M mask. It was Minnesota Mines and Minerals. Initially, what they did was, in Minnesota, there is a place. So they thought it was huge metal ores are there in the particular place. So what happened? They keep on digging, and at the end, they didn't get, at the end of months of excavation, they didn't find any kind of metal ore in it. So what they did was a huge amount of money was spent in that, and the company was about to bankrupt. And then what they did was fascinating. Say they had a meeting, and then they were sitting with all the officials, and then they are discussing what to do now. We don't have iron ore here. What can we do now? And then they have brainstormed, and they got one idea. So, okay, what we don't have doesn't matter. What we have is matter. What we have is huge pile of sand. So there comes the sandpaper. 3M manufactured the sandpaper for rubbing and other things. Still now we are using it, right? So 3M the first to manufacture sandpapers, and the company was a huge successful. They have a list of good selling products right now, even for the 3M mask. So that is called lemonade. When you don't have, when you have a value addition to something, do it. Don't try to hesitate. And next one is pilot in the plane. When you have an effective team, and everybody should not steer. I think the final decision making, you have to listen to everybody, and at the end, the final decision making, one of the team member has to take that. He should be a pilot. Next one is, I always telling like problem worth solving. What is a problem worth solving? So how to choose it or something like that. I think in a previous orientation class, I have made some 10 list, to how to choose a problem worth solving. Okay. This is just one slide to show you that it should be customer driven. And when you want to sell something, don't love your solution. You have to love your problem statement. So then you will get a number of solutions. You can provide the best solutions to the customer. So here it should be focused on customer driven innovation, and problem severity should be addressed. Problem severity should be addressed properly, and you have to give a best solution of it. And total addressable market should be lot. Remember, if in a city of Chennai like this, if 10 people suffered seriously with the kind of problem statement, if you can able to provide a solution for it, don't do it, because out of the Chennai city's population, only 10 is having that particular problem statement, in the sense it is not a total addressable market. You should have a market potentials too. Then only you can able to sustain in market. So this is called problem reversal. And then this is called problem value proportion fit, where you can put here what are the pains that in the rows circle you can you have to pen down what are the pain points of the customers, and what are the gains. What are the gains in the sense what do customer want? Okay, the list of it. And customer jobs in the sense what are the things that customer really want. For example, if an MTC buses is been they are telling MTC bus as a pain point, then what are the jobs to be done in the sense in a bus stand? It should be connected with an IoT, and it should be displayed. This bus is coming to the a live board, IoT board. Then it should, in jobs it should be mentioned. And a kind of mobile app which gives you notification about where the bus is right now, that is also you can include. All these things, what are the customer want, it should be there. So at the end, in the square, in the blue square, where you have to products and services, everything should be met equal. In the gains, whatever the customer listed, it should be there in the gains. Whatever the pains that customer listed here, it should be entered in the pain relievers, so that we have a balance in this, so that your practice venture will be successful. And this is a business model canvas that a practice venture, whoever do the practice venture, has to know. So that is, what are the key partners of your practice venture? What are the key activities will you do? What are the key resources to, what are the raw materials that you're focusing on? What is your value proportion, in the sense, what is your unique value proportion? Everybody is selling the bottle, and what is the unique value proportion of this particular company? Okay, that I have to mention. Either it is a unique kind of design or whatever it is. Okay, so it should have a unique value proportion where customer are ready to buy. And the customer relationship, how they are maintaining the customer relationship. If a lid is broken in the bottle, whether they are providing the lid separately, that's a question mark. If you provide it, definitely customer relationship with this particular product will have a strong hold. Definitely the customer will prefer the product to buy next time. So next one is about the channels. What are the marketing channels you are ready when you start your venture, another thing. So then next is customer segments. Who and all will buy this particular product? Okay, it starts from students and faculties, and what are the age groups, and the person who is working in an IT industry and factories. All these customer segments, it comes in different demographics across the age and population. Okay, so then cost structure and revenue streams. What are the cost structure per unit? How much you are planning to sell? What is the profit for it? Okay, whether it meets the kind of demand or whatever it is, like you have to find out what is the cost structure and the revenue stream. Revenue stream, what are the reward that you are providing to providing to your customer, and what is the reward that you are getting back, and how it has been balanced. All these things you have to answer. And in practice venture, we do have this practice ventures, and it has been funded by DST, NewGen, IEDC, and then Nidhi Pariya's Startup Nidhi. So it's a kind of Finnish Technologies and PPM Design Studios, BrainBuds, Ignite Solutions, and then Nervodent, Multisolves. All these are student companies. Okay, they are practicing the venture, and they are generating revenues. So this is really important that in this setup, you are as a faculty of education, your practice venture also should be here. We are ready to help you. Okay, then we'll go to the NISP. Now almost in the practice venture, we have came across, how to start your own practice venture and how to do it. In personally also, we are ready to help you. Anytime you can walk into the AKC, Abdul Kalam Center of Excellence in Innovation and Entrepreneurship related to practice venture guidance. We are ready to mentor you. And NISP is all about National Innovation and Startup Policy. I'll just go through debrief. This policy, you have to know what is what. Okay, that means like, when we are talking about policy, the key important aspects that you have to know is, which starts from the policies, which like, what is the take home message for us as a student and as a faculty. This is really important. So I'll just go through, I've just made a hint of entire policy. If you wish, I'll forward the entire policy to ma'am, so that when ma'am circulates, then just go through, read it, and you can understand what is what. So our NASP representative is Dr. Rama Vaidyanathan ma'am. Every university have the NASP representative, so that slowly we are incorporating the policy in our university, step-by-step process. Okay, so Dr. Rama Vaidyanathan ma'am is in charge for it as an NASP representative. And why NISP? Basically, to actively engage the students and faculties and staff in innovation and entrepreneurship related activities. We are doing already. And Ministry of Human Resource Development in bringing uniform across all the higher education institution, and in terms of intellectual property ownership management, technology licensing, and startup policy. Okay. This is an overall principle for all the higher education institution across the country. So to enable the creation of robust innovation and the startup ecosystem. Okay, so this is the vision, entire vision. One is a high quality technical human resource. They need a skilled student and a skilled faculty, to much and more refined in innovation and entrepreneurship. And the other end is cutting edge research. They are also focused on the advanced research laboratories and design fabrication laboratories and so on. And deep tech entrepreneurship that everybody has to know about. Like I said, about the B plan and then value proposition canvas, and in depth to it, even to the core of financials. Everybody has to know about that. And at the end, innovation. I already said innovation is not all about ideas, a set of viable ideas to commercialize. That is really important. And then the content of this presentation is, there are 10 commandments of NISP. Start from the strategies, governance, startup enabling institutes, and then nurturing innovation, product ownership rights, and then organizational capacity, creating innovation pipelines, and norms for faculty startups, pedagogy and learning activities, and collaboration, entrepreneurial impact assessment. We'll see a small gist and its and bits, because in depth we can't able to cover in this time. I think, yeah. So strategies and governance. It says all about the promotion and development, resource mobilization for pre-incubation. We are doing a pre-incubation in our center, that is NewGen IEDC. An action plan to implement NISP for faculties and students. And then we do have an action plan. Everything will be published in website. Once it has been published, definitely we'll give it to ma'am. After that, you just go through it so that you will understand what is the MGR policies based on the NISP policy. Product to market strategy for startups. I think it's already in website. Okay, you can go through that. I'll provide the link to ma'am. And development of entrepreneurial culture. There's all these things we are doing it. Okay, startup enabling system in institutional infrastructure, and nurturing innovation and startup. We already doing. I already said to you that we are promoting IPR patents, and we are giving credits to student innovation prototypes and business models. We have credit. We are giving credits to IPR papers, so that it is also, they have been asking in ARIA ranking. And then student entrepreneurs are allowed to sit in examination even if their attendance is less than a minimum permissible percentage. because entrepreneurship is all about going outside the building. So definitely sometimes you lose attendance. That is also in NISP policy, it has been clearly given. If you start your own venture, I am talking about, not the regular one. And so there is a break for student innovators, and part-time and full-time programs. We do have an MBA program in innovation and entrepreneurship venture development. That is IEV, MBA in IEV. We already started it, and 9.5% of stake in the startup company an institution take, like when you start your own venture. Then startup established institutional infrastructure, like how to we are doing all these aspects of institutional infrastructure. We have an IPR cell. We have a part of curriculum in an academic activity. We are promoting interdisciplinary research. Of course, yes, even in the NewGen IEDC team, we have multidisciplinary teams. One from or might be from ECE, and other one might be from physiotherapy. We have a lot of combination of teams. Okay. And then we have a committee of faculty for experience in Excel this technology translations. We do have it. So organizational capacity and human resources and other incentives. We have cross linkage departments, and we already strengthening the faculties, and cross faculty teaching is already going on in the technical skills. Okay, in the many technical skills they are doing subjects. They are doing across faculty from different departments. They are taking various subjects to other departments. So we are having a strong interdepartmental linkages, and faculties are being encouraged to take courses on innovation and entrepreneurship. We do have this innovation ambassador programs. 4 of our faculty currently, they've been published in MHRD website. So in near future, it will be definitely multiplied by 10. Okay, so that much amount of faculty ambassadors, innovation ambassadors will be there in near future. So, and we have the innovation, creating the innovation pipeline by these are the important aspects. That one is cognitive skills and startups, IIC incubator, all these things, like when it comes to institution innovation council, a student nominee is also there. Okay, and we are conducting programs which is not like a faculty led, it's a student led, and many of the students are participating in it, and they are getting certificates from MHRD, and faculty and student already aware of the pre-incubator that we do have, Dr. MGR, NewGen IEDC, and students should develop entrepreneurial mindset. That's what we are doing right now. So how to get that entrepreneurial mindset, and students are encouraged for training in cognitive skills, like design thinking, critical thinking, like that. We are already doing it, and we are doing a lot of networking events with other institutes. Norms of the faculty startups, and I think I'll go with that. And pedagogy of learning interventions and entrepreneurial development, we are doing it already. We have student clubs. We have Innofi e-cell that I'll put in the last slide, how to join. We do have this entrepreneurial cells, where e-cell, which works on completely works on about student-led activity related to innovation and entrepreneurship. And we have annual awards too, and we have a demo. We are celebrating demo day, and we have this iSummit. A lot of things are there in forthcoming months, and we do have this innovation champions, and we recognize students and faculty. And then I think it's okay. Collaboration and co-creation. Of course, we do have a lot of tie-up. Like I said, in entrepreneurial education, we do have a tie-up with Vadvani Foundation. We do have a tie-up with AIMA, Ambattur Industrial Estate Association, Manufacturers Association, and then we do have a tie-up with Bosch. Our IIPC cell has a tie-up with Bosch, where students can able to take a skill development programs. A lot of things will be go on that, and lot of like an MMA, lot of tie-ups we do have, and we have a networking event so that both the student and faculty will benefit out of it. And we do have a single point of contact mechanism in related to this NASP. And entrepreneurial impact assessment, this will be managed at the end. What is the outcome of it? Okay, so that you no need to disturb. And then we have an ESL, I said, right? I'll forward this link to ma'am. This is recently this year we are initiated again the Innofi ESL across the faculty stream. They are registering here, and so ma'am will forward this link. Kindly do join the entrepreneurial cell so that you can able to understand what's really going on in the current world of entrepreneurship. So points to remember today's session is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's vision and roadmap. What is his vision and what is the roadmap, and how to practice the practice venture, and what is NISP policy. I'll send the entire policy also so that you can able to go through it, and how to join the ESL. Even you can go through in the NewGen IEDC website what are the activities that we are doing in MGR DST NewGen IEDC. So starts from the policy. Are you ready to connect these dots? Policy, finance, culture, human capital, markets, everything. Okay, don't think that it's a kind of management issue, like we can't able to, this is all this related to MBA or something like that. It is related, but still it is related to entrepreneurship. Everything everybody has to know, at least do kind of horizontal knowing that these are the terms I'm ready to answer. If it is like what is about micro loans, what is about venture capital, and what kind of financial support I can get within university, outside university, and what is about leadership, what is about networking, what is all about the TBIs, business incubators, what is the pre-incubation, what is incubation. Ask yourself a lot of questions and just know about it. This is really important. So I think I almost covered everything. Any doubts? If you have, you can ask right now. I'm ready to answer.
Is there any questions?
Students, if you would like to ask any questions, you can ask. You can clear your doubts. Come on, fast. You just unmute your mic and you can ask. Feel free to ask students. Come on.
Yeah, sir, private equity is important for entrepreneurship. Yes, because why that in the national innovation and startup policy, why they are telling that up to 9.5% equity you have to give the institution. Why they said like that? Because our institution is also having this co-working space. When you want to start your venture, Dr. MGR DST NewGen IEDC will provide you the space in the sense to set up your office. So that office is air conditioned, okay, and you have a high-speed internet connection in it. So you are providing we are providing almost all kind of support, that infrastructure that you need to start your venture. So that 9.5 equity is really important for an institution to self-sustain. I'm not telling that it is compulsory. 9.5% is maximum. So less than that also we can able to provide. But still it is reasonable. All the TBI, government TBI also, making that much only. So 9.5% equity of whatever you're starting startup, you have to give to the respective incubator. So it is reasonable. Because you are using the conference hall facility of AKC and you are using the boardroom facility, you can able to use the design fabrication lab and the equipments that we have. A lot of things are there. So, yeah.
Any more questions, students? Or can we wind up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Ma'am, I'll send the link to you, ma'am, for to join students to participate in the e-cell. Can
Yeah,
you?
sir. You can
Yes,
send it.
yes, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot, sir. Very good presentation. You go for vote of thanks, ma'am.
Yes. Entrepreneurship is neither a science nor an art. It is a practice. Thank you, sir. Your presentation was really useful and informative. Thank you, sir. I now invite Dr. Anuradha to propose a vote of thanks.
Good business leaders create a vision, articulate the vision, passionately own the vision, and relentlessly drive it to completion. Thank you, sir, for having kindled the vision of our founder chancellor of becoming a job creator through your presentation and the facility available for the funded projects and the patent and whom to be approached to enrich the idea of startup and thank you so much for enlightening the young minds towards entrepreneurship. Thank you, sir. Develop an attitude of gratitude and give thanks for everything that happens to you, knowing that every step forward is the step towards achieving something bigger and better than your current situation. On behalf of Faculty of Education, we deem it a great pleasure to propose vote of thanks. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time with us to inculcate the knowledge of job creators and about patent. We would like to extend our gratitude to Dr. Rama Vaidyanathan, Director, Research and Development, Coordinator of Dr. MGR DST NewGen IEDC, President of MGR IIC, Dr. S. Manivanan, Vice President and Dean S2 Campus, and Dr. N.S. Subashri, Convener MGR IIC and Dean Engineering and Science from our university for joining us today for the webinar on entrepreneurship in education by practice ventures through this virtual portal. A note of gratitude is extended to our Honorable President, Engineer ACS Arun Kumar, for encouraging us throughout our endeavor. We would like to thank our executives for their constant support, and we would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to our principal, faculty members, and our students for joining us today for this webinar. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Anuradha ma'am, for your gratitudinal note. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Let us join together to bring a productive change to the society. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful future.
Thank you, sir. Happy Pongal.
Thank you, ma'am.
Advance wishes.
Happy Pongal to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students, for all of you to joining with us. Thanks a lot. Happy Pongal in advance to all of you. Thanks a lot. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, students. Happy Pongal to you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.